At the moment when the wild boar comes running, rich girls have long been prepared to give up their lives. But Mr. Right is like a god. Stand in front of her, resolve the crisis. It was only then that the ex-boyfriend Yin Shungsai came late. Watching the two of them walking away hand in hand. It feels as bad as eating it. Heron accidentally sprained his foot. Shen-yu picked her up lovingly. The breaths between each other. All intertwined. The atmosphere instantly becomes warm. My younger brother, Shoja, couldn't start the fire for a long time. The good barbecue that Emma said had to be postponed. Father mocked dissatisfiedly. A pampered son. Even son-in-law Yun-woo's. Not even a single toe can compare. Speaking of which, Yun-woo and Haein are nowhere to be seen until now. Several people picked up their heads. Yihao saw this young couple walk slowly towards the camp. Ms. Mo heard from a witch she knew. If Chairman Hong insists on hunting, an accident will happen. So the president gave the route to Hisense. No one expected. The person who had the accident became Heron. It is said that it is because of the president's ex-wife. Appear in the witch's dream. Threatened to get rid of him. Ms. Mo said earnestly. It seems you were right to listen to the witch. The skin of wild boar is very thick. Must hit the vital point in one shot. Otherwise it will be more dangerous. Both mother-in-law and son think. Yun-woo is a blind cat that bumped into a dead mouse. Only Haein remembers. Yun-woo is a marine. Special guardsman. If he hadn't stood up bravely. I guess this group of people. Now I can only speak to the tombstone. At night, Yun-woo is still patrolling the forest. Found protective barbed wire. There are traces of artificial cutting. Originally, Chairman Hong wanted to take that route. Could it be someone? Did you let the wild boar go on purpose? Chairman Yin Sheng is present and does not intend to pursue the case for the time being. During the meal, my father-in-law specially brought food to Shen-yu. Patted him on the shoulder approvingly. She also blamed the waiter for serving platycodon as a cold dish. His precious son-in-law likes it. A charcoal-grilled platycodon. The president fell in love with a dog from a nearby farmhouse. It is said that during a fire. Let's drag the guy who's on fire out of the room. Teeth prevented tragedy. The president wanted to buy it but was rejected. His face suddenly turned cold. Yin Sheng noticed this detail. For him, there is nothing that money cannot solve. No matter what dog has a pedigree or not. Yoon Sungdu is willing to offer 100 million won. Replace the dog that saved the farmer's life. His wife had been living in the United States. Why are you so fluent in Korean? But that's right. My father-in-law is a professor at an Ivy League university. Teach a well-educated person. It's normal for my daughter to be a teetotaler. After Kei Shoja left, the wife picked up the wineglass and drank it all in one gulp. The virtuous appearance just now is completely gone. Shen-yu called his brother-in-law. Bian Jin tried his best to delay time. Anyway, he just refused to enter the room. But my brother-in-law is not free. His wife is still waiting inside. My brother-in-law can tell at a glance. Shen-yu was too scared to go in. He laughed awkwardly. To show one's masculinity. I had no choice but to bite the bullet and go back to the room. The steps are so light that even an ant cannot be trampled to death. As a result, these small actions. Hai Ren has a panoramic view of them all. Her hand is hurt. Can't take off clothes. This huge task was handed over to Shen-yu. Until Haein wiped her hair. He's also a bit of a roaster. I can't even remember where I got the courage. Drive yourself to reach out. Go and unbutton. After I finished, I asked a question. Should I take it off too? I've seen couples being polite between each other, but I haven't seen anyone I'm not familiar with. Heron is still in the living room at this moment. Recalling the scene where Yun-woo's hero saves the beauty. Unknowingly, my face started to feel hot, especially when Yun-woo comes out wrapped in a bathrobe. Haeun's eyes widened. I don't know what to say at this time. Ease the current embarrassment. I can only hide in the bathroom under the pretense of taking a shower. Still thinking about it. What's up with those abs? And the hair that wasn't dried. Are you imitating? Drenched Timothée Chalamet. Still a young little plum. Heron couldn't help but cry coldly. Who are you trying to seduce? It was so exciting in the middle of the night. It's been a long time. Neither of them fell asleep. I think it's because the bed is too small and I'm not used to it. But Haein remembers. When she and Shen-yu returned to Longtu village for the first time. Yun-woo uses the excuse of criticizing others. Let her stay home. After that, they were obviously lining up outside the door, but too shy to knock on the door. Or should Heron open the window? Invite him in and watch the moon together. That room has a single bed. Two people huddled together, but slept soundly. Now sleeping in the hotel's extra-large double bed. But can't sleep peacefully. It's the bed's problem. It's still a matter of heart. Early in the morning, the family found Yin Sheng. Want to cancel transaction. Change of mouth for them. A dog that is like a family member. Yin Sheng directly pointed the gun at the dog. The two of them were frightened. Shen-yu arrives at the critical moment. Yin Shungsai is smiling but not smiling. Said he was joking. He asked puzzledly. Why can't the dog be killed? Just because it has a family. So dogs that have been abandoned or have no owners. It doesn't matter if it's... The Hong family investigated the surveillance at Forest Gate. There is no big event. But there's a man in black on the surveillance camera. Cue at the entrance. He looks a bit like the chairman's eldest son. Yin Sheng's words reminded the couple. 20 students who lived in a nearby welfare institution a few years ago. He once poisoned a nearby sheepdog. After being caught. He also said similar words to Yin Sheng. Is there some connection between the two? What's behind this Yin Sheng? The untold story. Yin Sheng informs Hei-in. Arrangements have been made for President Herman to meet with her. Haven't had time to be happy yet. Received another response from the brain tumor laboratory. There is nothing they can do about Hei-in's illness. Seeing that Halazina is about to get it. But she's dying. I've bought several but never been there. There are so many limited editions that I haven't worn yet. I have no time to appreciate the collected works of art. It's such a pity. But the most pity. Or her precious husband. Why didn't I notice it before? It turns out that Yun Woo is so gentle and handsome. Every inch of skin on the body. All exude charm. But also very strange. How can any woman see her husband after 3 years of marriage? The heartbeat will also speed up. Everyone does not ask the assistant. She has a friend. I think my husband is getting more and more handsome. I still want to be hugged by my husband's broad shoulders. No matter how I look at it, I feel. My husband is a sex bomb. What's going on? The assistant said solemnly. Please be sure to tell that friend. She must get a CT scan of her brain. Definitely seriously ill. Heron also thinks. There's something wrong with her brain. When you see something pitiful, you feel pity for it. The company stipulates that outside vendors cannot be allowed in. But I heard that that person's child lives in an incubator. She was accommodating without even thinking about it. I heard that the employee's mother is sick. Heron couldn't help but shed tears. But she used to be a cold-blooded beauty. Why do you become soft-hearted so easily? Could it be caused by cancer? At the same time, Yun Woo and his father-in-law met the suspect's uncle. He admitted to going to the hunting grounds, just to meet President Hong. But the lady insisted on blocking it. In the end, the uncle was too late. Say something to the president. Father-in-law noticed Yun Woo's embarrassment. Since he paid. The family has countless lawsuits waiting for him to handle. Still have to endure being subjugated. It's really hard on him. Father-in-law asked about Ems. Has the eldest brother been to a hunting ground? Ennuyé, Ms. Mo denied his statement. I also reminded my father-in-law. The eldest brother may have been eyeing his status. Can't trust him too much. Hei-in's mother is worried that her silly son Soo-chul won't be able to defeat Yoon Sung. Send Grace, who has been fawning over her, to follow her. The means are too low level. Soon he was discovered by Yin Sheng. In order to please him, Grace. He also said that he thinks Hei-in and Yin Sheng are the best match. Yin Sheng asked Grace. Why did you do that day? Hinder him and Hei-in. The explanation given by Grace is, no one expected. Yun Woo will suddenly jump out to save the beauty. Shen Yu made contributions to the Hong family. Encourage him not to remain unknown again. But the leader must admit it. In fact, he also hurt the wild boar that day. But for the safety of the sea, are decided to stand up bravely? With this great contribution, let the Hong family look at him with admiration. But the premise is, Hei-in must not let Hei-in find out that Yun Woo is acting. Otherwise he will definitely be broken into pieces. At the same time, Sister May's fist building. Students continue to drop out of school. About to go bankrupt. My sister came up with a steamed bun idea. How about going to Heron directly? Begging her face to face not to divorce Shen Yu. Before I went, my sister specially watched a few episodes of the series. Employees from noble families. Just see the faces of the boss's relatives. I'll let her in immediately. But reality is cruel. The two of them were blocked from the door by the front desk. Can't even go up to the second floor. Fortunately, Heron just returned to the company. Then we invited them upstairs. Before leaving, the lady asked the front desk to relax. He will never bully others. Arrive at the office. After the three of them exchanged simple greetings for a while. Sister keeps showing off Shen Yu's kindness. He also said that it is not easy to understand Heron. Let her be more tolerant in marriage. Anyway, my sister will definitely educate Shen Yu. He was born into the Hong family. Chong is a ghost of the Hong family. Haven't talked about divorce yet. Assistant reminds Hai. It's almost time to meet with Herman. This conversation can only be interrupted. However, when Heron arrived at the agreed place, Herman unexpectedly broke the appointment. Only Yin Sheng is waiting for her here. The two chatted about the decoration of Helazina. Herman's request is that the building within the building. The existing structure of the mall must be changed. Only then can we consider cooperating with Heron. The sister on the other side still hasn't given up. Edit text message and continue to beg Hei-in not to get divorced. And Xian Yu also learned that she came to the company without permission. Call in question. Only then did the sister-in-law find out. Hei-in didn't know about the divorce at all. Xian Yu was so anxious that he called Hei-in. But Yin Sheng secretly hung up and turned off the phone. Hei-in just came back from the bathroom. Not aware at all. Yin Sheng took the opportunity to sow discord. In fact, that day at the hunting ground, Yun Woo hesitated whether to save Heisen. But Hei-in felt that This is the difference between Yoon Sung and Yun Woo. Yin Sheng's gaze at the critical moment. On Yun Woo. But Yun Woo has been paying attention to Hae In. Say so. Hae-in couldn't help but drink a few more drinks. When Yin Sheng sent Hai Ren home, she was already drunk on the car, still holding on to stand up. When Shen Yu learned, I didn't see President Herman today. Only Hae In and Yin Sheng are alone. I felt an inexplicable jealousy in my heart. Look at Hae-in drunk with fumigation enzymes. Shen Yu wanted to take the opportunity to delete the text message sent by his sister. Then I realized that her cell phone was left in the car. About to notify the driver, Hae-in found his cell phone in his pocket again. She was about to see the text message. Shen Yu rushed over in a hurry. The distance between the two is getting closer. Hae-in stared blankly for a long time. Hold Shen Yu's hand with your backhand. Kissed him before he could react.